Hibernate ORM and Hibernate OGM. In Hibernate, here you can see Hibernate ORM and Hibernate OGM. If you take MongoDB as NoSQL database here, MongoDB does not require following ACID properties and hence do not support the transaction. Hibernate OGM mitigate its lacking by queuing changes before committing them. Hibernate OGM also recommends using in transaction demarcation with no rollback option. Perhaps this is the reason why bootstrapping through JTA is suggested. Because of JPA is an inherently relational API, so be prepared for you to run into these aspects. First, JPA is not supporting a plethora of the features MongoDB exposes: geopartial functionality, upserts, etc. You are going to need a custom extension for that, in which minimizes the benefit of using JPA in the first place. And number two, a plethora of stuff available in JPA doesn't make any sense in MongoDB non-relational world and won't be supported. Transactions, what's a join column supports supposed to be in MongoDB. The former not bring available a pretty dangerous actually. What's supposed to happen if a JPA developer calls transaction.rollback? Strictly speaking, you can't implement JPA 100% by definition, and most of the self-proclaimed JPA implementations for NoSQL are basically providing a tiny subset of JPA. Some of the annotations for mapping some of the entity manage API. And number three, simply switching the store behind an object model is fallacy to especially NoSQL stores are built in a way to favor certain data structures. MongoDB is good for documents. Neo4j is highly interconnected data. That means that you will model the domain code and the converters differently based on what you store you actually use. Switching stores arbitrarily will lead you to reduce your domain model to a least common denominator and basically make less use of the features that might you select the store in the first place. Here you can see Hibernate ORM here and application, then Hibernate ORM, then JNDI, JDBC layer, JTA, and these are interact with SQL database, and SQL statements are passed to SQL database and results from SQL database. Here you can see Hibernate OGM application, Hibernate ORM, Hibernate OGM, data store provider, grid dialect, and these are interacting with NoSQL database. Now this is the end of my presentation. Thank you very much for watching it.